The Cal Bears, as you know, ousted in the first round of the NCAA tournament against Maryland. Perhaps the next time Mike Montgomery draws up a play, he should seek the talents of Jamal Boykin. But be warned, Boykin's play might just lead to the White House. Kim Coyle with more on the Cal forward who has an amazing talent. Kim?
When I was very young, they had to drag me out the house to play basketball. All I wanted to do was draw.
For Cal's Jamal Boykin, this is a work of art.
Boykin spins on Landry Fields, might have gotten away with an extra step.
And so is this.
My favorite one is the first one.
The creative mind of the junior forward has transcended off the court too, inspired by his great admiration of another basketball enthusiast, our own Commander-in-Chief.
The first time I've ever been able to vote was this election. And for it to be President Obama, I feel very blessed. And this is my way of expressing my passion and my happiness.
It begins with images from a magazine and a rainbow of pencils, a combination of sketches and collages of the president's life.
It was just a New Year's resolution. I went to the local Walgreens and I picked up an art book for about $4, some Crayola color pencils, and some No. 2 pencils. Because my teammates and coaches were looking at it like, wait a minute, you drew that half? You know, they almost didn't know. They couldn't tell that I drew half of it. It almost looked like the picture came like that.
Boykin's drawings not only caught the eyes of his teammates, but those of Oregon State head coach and President Obama's brother-in-law, Craig Robinson.
Robinson comes up to me while we're warming up, shakes my hand. It's like, hey, I've seen your artwork. It's amazing. We have to sit down and talk. And that was a major distraction for the game, I have to say.
Boykin plans to write to the president in the hopes of one day traveling to Washington and present a total of 44 portraits to the man himself, the nation's 44th president.
It would be, the ideal situation is to play on the same team as the president. I'd want to, he'd throw me alley-oop and I'd dunk it instead of, but I don't understand, I wouldn't be someone like, hey, I want to ball up the president. I want to embarrass the president. No. And, I'm sure you can't get too close to him. You probably have to stay about 4 feet away from him. So I'd probably be better off on this team.
While it's the same face on all 44 portraits, Boykin says each of them have their own story to tell.
I've drawn him now 20 times. I've drawn 20 pictures with him involved in it. And I feel a spiritual connection with him. I feel like I know him. I feel that I know his face very well. It's amazing drawing him so many times. When I draw his daughter Sasha, his daughter Malia, I can feel his face in their face.
For Boykin, the artwork has also been a happy distraction from the disappointing first-round exit in this year's tournament. But there's still one more year and the chance for one more dance.
I have one more year to play basketball, and so I hope with that I can take basketball as far as I can. The thing with art, I can draw until the last days that I'm here.
In Berkeley, Kim Coyle for Game Day.
I'm guessing Jamal wasn't too disappointed with Duke's loss tonight.
No, he wasn't. Of course, Jamal, was the Gatorade High School Player of the Year, his senior year in high school, Dennis, and he passed up going to an all-star game to be in a school play. It tells you a little bit about him. He went to Duke and, of course, transferred from Duke to California. And the other thing about him, he started this year, but last year, his sophomore year, he did not start. So, you watch the body language of players when they don't start, and I noticed all the time at timeouts, he was the first guy up cheering the team and making sure that they all knew that he was there for him, and he's not even on the floor. So, he's a special young man, and a very nice young man, and an excellent basketball player. And right, if he played with President Obama,
well,
he could certainly, if you throw it up at the rim, he'd go get it, no doubt about that.
That's a game that's going to happen on the White House
someday.
Yeah, someday.